Anime John Wick. You heard me, anime freaking John Wick. For the 5 of you who don't know who that is or what I mean, strap all the way in because I'm about to take you on one hell of a trip. Enter our protagonist, Joey Higan. Pretty chill looking dude. Big, buff, gruff, and an overall badass dad with the I have no enemies vibe about him. On top of that, he's got a smoking hot wife, an adorable son, and just generally a pretty great life out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. How could this possibly go wrong, am I right? Yeah, so about that, turns out he was an insanely overpowered ninja in the past, and his wife was just as disgusting in the PvP lobbies. And he was a part of this little thing called a clan. And they live out in the middle of nowhere because they're hiding from that clan. So, naturally, they find his ass. And not only do they find him, they do it on his son's birthday, which, by the way, quickly proceeds to also be his death anniversary. Yeah, pretty dark right off the bat. You know what's even darker? The despair in this man's heart as he watches his wife get stabbed through the neck. So, with that out of the way, and our main man's motivation explained, it's time to get to the crux of this show. Revenge. Cold hard, served on a diamond platter, and slow roasted to perfection for all the viewers at home. Ninja Kamui follows the story of Joey Higan as he loses everything within the first 20 minutes of the on-screen story and goes on an enraged rampage to kill all the old killers that done killed his former killer of a wife and now killed son. That's a lot of killing, isn't it? Well, guess what? There's a whole lot more where that came from. Yeah, no, I called this man the anime John Wick, but holy crap, it's absolutely and utterly sickening how far out of everyone else's league he is. He not only survives literally dying, because why not, he then immediately goes on to rock the absolute crap of the extras that invaded his house. And then he gets his back on the dude that stuck that pipe through his wife's throat. What? Wait, no, that's a whole other category that we are not getting into. Anywho, the point is, Joey loses his loved ones and instantly goes into demon mode, showing everyone that he is the danger. Now, while all that's well and good, why exactly is Ninja Kamui getting the unprecedented levels of hype that it is? Well, for starters, did you hear any of what I just said? It's the absolute peak, the epitome, the ultimate and final form of a revenge story that satisfies you in the most specific ways. And I mean, come on, who the hell hears anime John Wick meets Naruto, but with actual ninjas, meets some pretty sci-fi-esque cyberpunk robot vibes, and doesn't want to check that out? As if the absolute power fantasy and satisfying as hell revenge arc of Joey Higan isn't enough to draw viewers in, there's also just the fact that the action in this show is freaking insane! No, seriously, look at this. The action sequences are some of the absolute best in recent years, and that's by no means an exaggeration. Well, at least not for the first half of the show. We're not gonna talk about what the hell happened after that. When you look a little deeper, it's no surprise that the action sequences are animated as beautifully as they are, because this anime is directed by none other than Sung-ho Park, the absolute mad lad responsible for Jujutsu Kaisen's first season and the movie, as well as God of High School. Both shows with absolutely god-tier action. So, we've got power fantasy revenge, badass male lead, and action sequences put onto screen by one of the best to do it. Are there any other factors to this anime's hype? Well, yeah, there's a pretty massive one. It's something fresh. Look, I'll be the first one to dive headfirst into every new fresh pile of isekai garbage that comes with every new season, and hell, I may even enjoy a good bit of it. But that doesn't change the fact that it's stale at this point. There's only a handful of settings you really see these days. It's either some dude gets killed and sent to a new world as a cheat character, some dude gets OP powers in the real world, some slice of life where either the boy or the girl is shy and introverted as hell, and a couple of other tropes. You don't really get to see a whole lot these days that really feels like its own unique thing. So, Ninja Kamui, which has a world of its own while taking the best bits of certain others, is like the first breath of clean, pure, and fresh air after spending months inside a musty cave. And I can't lie, it definitely helps that the main character is a total chud who's already lived an insane life and has nothing to prove rather than some high school-aged twink who has to go through like 7 different training arcs to get to the same baseline as the other super cool and powerful rival. Look, it's a decent trope, but I'm as tired of it as everyone else by now. At the end of the day, Ninja Kamui's hype doesn't come from any of these factors alone, since there are plenty of anime that check 1 or 2 of those boxes. It's every one of these things being checked off, and at the same time, in a single show that makes people go, "Holy crap! That I've gotta see!" And I'm absolutely one of those people. Now, if only they could have done something about those last few episodes. Yeah. Oh well.